Hey, good evening, everybody. Red Sox collector Dan McGraw here. I just wanted to do a quick video tonight. I only had one card come in the mail today. We had a pretty decent snowstorm here in the Northeast, and a lot of our mail did not arrive this morning. The transportation company basically shut down this morning, so a lot of our stuff did not show up. I did have one item that came in today, and it was hugely appropriate considering the news that broke yesterday. And I'll show the card here. It's a 2015 Topps Heritage Chrome Dustin Pedroia. Good old Petey. Of course, Pedroia announcing yesterday that he is retiring. And a bittersweet day for Red Sox fans. I don't know too many Red Sox fans that don't love Pedroia. Obviously, injuries have basically stolen the last 3 years of his career. And I think that he's definitely going to be missed. He hasn't been around for a few years, but he definitely is going to be missed by the Red Sox. The personification of the little guy making it big. I remember when he first came up, his first year with the Sox, when he first came up, he struggled mightily. Couldn't keep his batting average above 200. They sent him back down, and this was in '07. And by the end of the year, they brought him back, and he was just amazing when he came back, and he never looked back from that point. Won the AL MVP in 2008, won some Gold Gloves, some Silver Sluggers. He was just a tremendous player, tough, hard-nosed. Like he said, he never took a day off. He never took a playoff. He was the heart and soul of the Red Sox for several years, along with David Ortiz. And he will be missed, even though he hasn't been playing. He's always still kind of felt like part of the team when they won the World Series in 2018. Even though he didn't contribute at all to that team, he felt like a true member of that team. So we're going to definitely miss Dustin Pedroia here, us Red Sox fans. Great player. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of conversation now about, is Dustin Pedroia a Hall of Famer? Honestly, I was thinking about this earlier today and kind of in my mind trying to compare Pedroia to more recent players who had careers that were kind of similar to Pedroia that might have had injuries that cut it off. And one that came to mind was Don Mattingly. Growing up as a child of the 80s, I remember Don Mattingly being such an amazing ball player and such a great hitter, high average hitter. He was a power hitter, knocked in runs. He was just an all-around great player. And he had 4 or 5 great seasons in a row, and he was a surefire Hall of Famer. There was no way he was not going to make the Hall of Fame. And then he started to, suffer some injuries in the early 90s, and he never was the same player after that. He became an average, maybe slightly better than average ball player for the last few years of his career, and I think that's ultimately what is keeping him out of the Hall of Fame. Obviously, he has really, you look at his numbers from, I think, 84 through 88, and his numbers are just crazy. You'd say, how is this guy not in the Hall of Fame? But I compare Pedroia. Now, Pedroia wasn't a power hitter. He had some pop, but he was not a power hitter. He didn't hit for as high an average as Mattingly did. Overall, you compare Mattingly's top 5 years with Pedroia's top 5 years, and Mattingly's probably going to win out every time. But as far as the way their careers kind of transpired, I kind of compare these guys to each other. So that was the guy that I thought of first. I certainly welcome anybody who can compare him to anybody else career-wise. I don't think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's going to be a Red Sox Hall of Famer, no doubt about that. They may retire his number. It'll be very interesting to see if they do that. I would love to see that, and I'd love to try to get to that game if that happens. But baseball Hall of Famer, I don't think he has the longevity of really solid numbers. He's a 2-time World Series champion. He's a batting champion. He's a Rookie of the Year. He's an MVP. He's got a lot of big credentials, but I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer or not. But we'll see. Time will tell. There'll be some discussion about it now, and then we'll kind of forget about it for 5 years, and then when he gets on the ballot, it'll be interesting to see. I think he's a guy who can hang around on the ballot. I don't think he's going to be a one-and-done type player, but I don't think he's somebody who's going to get in within the first probably 6 or 7 years. So it'll be interesting to see, how it goes. But always one of my favorites, Dustin Pedroia. Show that card one more time. I thought about doing a showcase of Pedroia's, but I just didn't really have time to dig out a lot of cards. But ironically, that was the card that showed up today. So thank you, Dustin Pedroia, for everything you did in a Red Sox uniform. You will be missed. And right now, we don't have a second baseman to replace you, in my mind. I don't think we'll ever replace you. But you will be missed. And that's all I got to say. So that's all I got. That's all I had to show today. I just want to talk a little bit about that and give my personal opinion of Pedroia. All right, that's all I got. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.